Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having an amazing day. We're going to take a quick look at Flux. And just before we do, we look at Bitcoin and just kind of see what's going on in the market. I can tell you pretty quick though, it's fairly straightforward. Like we're basically in a situation where we have, 65,000 as a support level. And it's one of those situations where it's like ultimately we want it to consolidate, right? So you can see this next new candle. Yesterday was just basically just a solid red candle. That's that consolidation phase. Today we might see a leg up. I'm guessing within the next 24 hours, we're going to see some type of action start slowly increasing. But yesterday's little retracement, that little 10% correction based on the news in the market over in China, it basically it kind of reset a lot of things, right? So all in all, really good shape here still for Bitcoin. That actually, this correction helps us get more push out of Bitcoin later, right? So we got to understand that's a positive thing. Sometimes the more it gets held down, the more likely it is to explode, right? And that's just kind of the bottom line. So anyways, that's kind of what's going on there. And just before we look at Flux too, just bear in mind, I'm not a financial advisor. This is always just for educational purposes only. And I'm not just saying that because it's something to say. It's because I love helping people become better traders, right? I have a trading community specifically designed for that purpose. Check that out, link in the description below for that. But really, everyone just gets together, becomes better traders. We all learn collectively, and it's an amazing experience. So if you need a leg up, check that out. I also share every single trade that I take, so you can kind of see how to properly structure your trades, follow along if you want. One-click follow, the whole 9 yards. Really awesome. And this is actually a request from one of my community members too. So obviously, you can take part in these videos and we can all have a good time and learn together. Anyways, check that out. Let's go ahead and take a look here at Flux. So um, let's see. On the one-day chart, quickly to note, let's go ahead and move on to the moving averages. Nothing there, okay? That's pretty standard when the price increases like that. Most of the other coins are doing the same thing. The KDAs, the SANs, the MANAs, the moving averages are well behind. So it doesn't really matter much. What's important though is the RSI bounced off of 70 and continued going. That's a good sign. That's basically a bullish, momentous trend, and that's something that's good. That trend is your friend, right? I know it's easier said than done because right now it's getting a little bit on the over exaggerated side. We want to know when to take entry, but generally speaking, Flux is doing very well right now, and it is one of those coins that's going to likely continue to take off. I mean, $2.63 seems pretty affordable considering what potential this has and how much it's moved, right? So just keep that in mind. Now, speaking of movement, let's quickly understand that first. We've got about a 500% increase in just under, what is that, 2 weeks? I think we're right about 2 weeks there. So in 2 weeks' time, it's done that. Now, obviously, more so, majority of it's been in the last 1 week. However, that's basically where we started the Fibonacci retracement lines from before. Okay, so I think it was just maxing out right here before it broke its all-time high. So all in all, we might need to redraw the Fibonacci retracement lines. We could still use this as a projection, but it's going to be fairly limited. But we very well could see $3.50 in the very near future. So kudos to you. Comment below if you were one of the few to get in at that, sub 50 cents. That's awesome. Okay, so looking at the moving averages here, we might have a better reflection. This is basically just telling us we still have a strong increase. Not much to note. Looking at I like this RSI is back up over 70, and you can see how it just kind of bounced off of 70. Now it's working as a support level. And coincidentally, this support level here on 70 is effectively this Fibonacci line here at $2.40. So I'm rounding down 239, but basically 239 is essentially the same line here as the on the RSI, right? So the price comes down and bounces, it'll probably bounce off the RSI 70 as well as the price of 239. Okay. One last thing too, did we get a MACD convergence? It looks like we did. Yeah, we did yesterday around that was probably the knee-jerk reaction after everything happened. Yeah, because look, if you see the time there, look, November 10th, that's roughly like 2 hours after Bitcoin took a dump, and it just decided to ramp right up here. So I'll just go ahead and mark that really quick, kind of see what's going on. We'll go ahead and remove this here as well. It's a previous support channel. And we're going to see what the 1 hour chart tells us here. Because the 1 hour chart I feel is probably the most effective way to identify momentous trends because there's really good indicators to support that. We can see, obviously, the Ichimoku cloud is pretty much working as a strong support level the whole time. Yes, it dipped down here, but it bounced off a major support at 120, which is awesome. That's another Fibonacci retracement line / previous all-time high. That was the all-time high. And that's the thing. Like, if you look at this here, you go back. Sorry, let's go ahead and go back to this guy. And if you look at the Fibonacci retracement lines, you can see these are pretty solid, right? In other words, I basically put this at the lowest most point and put up to the highest point at the time. It's pretty much been honoring that the entire way. Even right now, it's blasting right through, but it held and bounced off of this support about 240. So it's just crazy how Fibonacci has that tendency of doing that. Now, looking at the bottom line here is that Ichimoku cloud's holding as a support level. Yes, it dipped down below here. We had a nice secondary support level to hold it in place. That was a previous resistance level, so that's the reason why it worked as a strong support, because it was getting resisted out right here. It eventually broke, kind of rode, and then took off, eventually receded, and then came back up again. So it's a common characteristic for an all-time high to be broken and to eventually be tested again as a support and then to bounce at that point. So if you're ever going to add to your position, wait for an all-time high to be broken and let it come back down to the next major previous all-time high, which is a previous resistance level, and see what happens. It's almost always going to bounce. Anyways, to see where we're at with TD sequential, this is probably going to tell us we're a little on the overextended side. No, actually, we got a reset, which is cool. So this is good. We got this healthy continuation pattern. You kind of go up here, you can kind of see this up and over. Yes, it's fairly overextended, but if you see back here that we hit this 9 right at this point, the price continued sideways and then went up, right? So this consolidation period of what, 7 to 10 hours was just enough to give it its next leg up. And that being said, look, it's even consolidating right here. It consolidated at support about 239, and now it's ramping up again. So this is a very healthy continuation, and I don't see anything that's really bearish about Flux at this point. I think it's going to probably just continue to increase. Obviously, soon it'll probably reject out at one of the resistance levels. It may come back down now, but it has enough gas left in the tank, so to speak, to make it up to here at this resistance about 291 and potentially come back down to about 240. So I would consider maybe setting an alert somewhere around 240, see if it comes back down, kind of hangs out there. If it hangs out there for another, just say 5 hours or so, a 4-hour candlestick or so, then we might be able to consider taking entry and take a long position. But bear this in mind, this is a little bit on the overextended side. If we look at the 4-hour chart, you can see that we are well past a 9. So TD sequential, if you're not familiar with it, simply put, what it does is it goes up to a 9, it counts up to a 9. It's taking the 4th previous candlestick and ensuring that it's higher or lower, and it counts up accordingly, right? So with this being a 9 right here, that means we've had 9 solid 4-hour candlesticks, basically 36 hours of consistent increase in that regard. So hypothetically, we only have about 12 more hours worth of continuation of the upside at best, because oftentimes when you get these other extra little bars after it stops counting, the most you typically see is 4 more bars. So we could possibly see an exaggeration to upwards of 290 to get rejected there. It could even push all the way up to about 350. That is definitely a strong likelihood. Just bear in mind, if it does that, it's going to come back down, because right now the indicators are basically telling us that it's on the overextended side. Yes, the 1-hour chart, we still have maybe about 5 hours left of continuation, but the 4-hour is kind of maxed out, basically just telling us that we need to see or expect consolidation in the very, very near future. Okay, so that's just kind of what I'm thinking here. So simply put, I would just pay attention to what it does in this little channel here in between 240 and 290 and see how it tests the resistance and or support levels and kind of go from there. But it should not increase much further past this point. But again, anytime I say that, it usually does, right? Like with LRC, I've been very conservative before, and it really, really keeps going. So again, I apologize in advance if this keeps going and you consider trimming your position or whatever. But me, I take profits while I still can, and I think that this will be a consideration to maybe consider trimming based on a sheer fact that you have we're well into the overextended side. Again, total bullish momentum, total bullish qualities here. There's nothing bearish about this coin right now. But it's on the overextended side in the 4-hour chart with TD sequential, and that to me is an indication of a sell signal to consider trimming some of your position. Because if you look back here, see how it got to a 9? It was on the way down already when it got to its 9. It came all the way back down 2 full Fibonacci retracement lines. So hypothetically, we are at 9 right now, and it comes down 2 full Fibonacci retracement lines. We could even see a consolidation all the way down to $2. All right. So again, respect the support levels, see what happens, and obviously if it blasts to the resistance, take some profits, because it should not be going much higher. There's this magnetism. It has to come back down eventually. We have too high of a standard deviation right now to allow for it to continue much further. So just keep in mind, it's on the overextended side, and we should expect to see some type of correction. Okay, see this little pattern? That could very well be the case. All right, so I hope you found benefit here. Obviously, like and subscribe if you haven't already. Please consider jumping in or just checking out my Patreon community. See if you like it. Feel free to message me if you want. really awesome experience. In fact, this video is a request from one of my members, and of course, I love being able to help you guys get better at trading. And that's the beautiful thing. It's rewarding for me and rewarding for you. Everyone's very very financially sound, so to speak, and it's a really cool experience. Anyways, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks again. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.